Hello, ladies and... Huh? Kept missing my face. Am I making sense? I just realized how horrible my hair looks. God, we're a hot mess express today. Well, my eyeliner just fell out, so I won't be using this. I just want my Smashbox primer water. I don't feel like priming right now. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. If you have never been here before, what's good? My name's Brooke and today we're doing a tutorial on this look. Once again, I haven't come up with a name for this video yet, however, we are going to just do some dewy skin, some glitter on the eyes, something relatively light. That's for you to decide. Also, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button right down below and the bell button so you get notified when I upload, because YouTube is trying to have you not see my videos and I work hard on them, so I'm trying to have you see my videos. So with that being said, let's jump into today's video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do today is prime, and for primer I will be using my NYX Angel Oil primer. This has been what I've been reaching for a lot lately just because it is super nice and it smooths out my pores. It's from the drugstore, it gets the job done. Nothing crazy, it doesn't mattify your skin too much, it mostly just smooths out your pores and makes it so that when you go to put your foundation on, everything just goes on very smoothly. I have been loving to fake the glow, if you will. I have oily skin, so it's really hard for me to get super glowy skin and super dewy skin in summer, just because if I go in with dewy products, it'll make everything slip right off. I like to go in with more mattifying or smoothing products and then go in with kind of glowier liquid highlighters and things like that over top, or mixed in with my mattifying products so that everything stays matte but still looks dewy, if that makes sense. Who knows? So I'm kind of deciding between two different products right now. I've been using my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye foundation, which is actually a tinted moisturizer, or technically it's a full coverage moisturizer, but I've been using this all the time lately and I am so obsessed with this. But I also love my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, so I've been using this in all of my videos though, so I think I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm gonna mix in my Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. I'm just going to be applying this with my Morphe M547 brush. I love this brush because it is super huge. As you can tell, you're going to get your makeup done in quite a quick time with this just because there's so much surface area to work with. But it's nice because even though it's a stippling brush, it still is kind of more on the dense side. So it's not really going to move your foundation around to where you kind of look streaky, but it's just going to give you a nice light coverage, and you can still use it to kind of build up any areas that you would like. This is a brush that I got a long time ago and just really haven't used since, and I don't know why, because as you can tell it really is great. I mean, look how fast I just got this side of my face done here, but I like it because it does give a little bit of a lighter coverage since it is a stippling brush. So now I'm just going to go in and conceal with my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just going to put some of this under my eye, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on the center of my chin and my forehead. So basically I'm just lightening? Basically I am just going and brightening the center of my face. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up my favorite cream bronzer, which is not necessary. This is so extra. It is Chanel, but girl, I freaking love this cream bronzer, even though this was like $50. Don't hate me, okay? We've all had our moments where, you know, you buy something not completely necessary. I really do love this product though. It has lasted me so long. It blends so nicely into the skin and it's bougie, so you know, I feel cute when I wear it. But I'm just gonna go in and tap this onto the perimeters of my face. I feel like I'm a little overexposed. I just tap into the bronzer like that, and then I just go directly in and pat this onto the perimeters of my face. This just looks so natural on the skin. Cream bronzer is so beautiful, and it's something that always just makes my skin feel so much more fresh. It makes me feel like I'm glowing and tan from within, which I'm not. I think we all know that. But yeah, anyways, speaking of being tan, like I used to be so tan when I was younger because I was always at the beach and I was always at the beach and I was always out in the sun. And oh my god, I used to be tan year round, and now that like I'm a grown-up, debatable, but now that I am working full-time and things like that, I'm really not out in the sun that often anymore. So I feel like I'm always pale year round, and I do self-tan sometimes. I really like the Loving Tan. It's just that because I shampoo hair like all day long, it always washes off my arms and it gets a little splotchy, so it's really not worth it in the long run because I'll self-tan and it'll look good for like a day or two and then it just won't. So that's really frustrating. I love being tan. It just makes me feel so much healthier and alive. I know I can't be the only one. So I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of the Liquid Glow, and I'm going to put this on the high points of my face just to be a little extra because we all need some of that in our lives, okay? So I'm just going to go in and pat this on with my fingers. Normally I would go in and set my whole face, but because I am trying to keep more of a dewy skin finish today, I'm really going to go in and set the places where I need it. So that's going to be under my eyes so that my concealer stays all day and it doesn't crease or anything like that. And then that's going to be strictly down the center of my T-zone where I get the most oily. I don't really get oily on my cheeks or anything like that. Not most people do. So this area I'm going to try and keep not powdered so that it doesn't get too flat. And instead I'm just going to go in and build products on top of that. So for my under eye and for the center of my nose, I'm going to go in with my RCMA No Color Powder, which I keep in my Laura Mercier container just because it's that much more convenient. But I'm just going to be dipping into this with my Stands Out Beauty Sponge, which you guys know I absolutely love. And I'm just going to set my under eye with this and press this powder into this area right here. And I'm not going to do too heavy of a bake today. I'm just going to let this sit while I powder the rest of my face just so that it can get a little bit brighter than it is now. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. finishing powder. This is a little bit lighter than what I am right now because I got this in winter, but I haven't used this powder in a long time and it's a great drugstore powder. So I'm just going to go in and set the center of my face with this, just like I said, so that your girl doesn't get oily, because I'm not trying to like fried chicken on my face today, okay? That's gross, but moving on. And then I'm just going to sweep away this powder here. Alright, and since I'm going for more of a pinky look today, I'm going to be going into my Carli Bybel Deluxe palette, and I will be picking up this pink highlighting shade right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. I love doing this before highlighter just because it makes your highlighter come out that much more foiled and that much more pigmented. And then I'm going to dip into that highlight, tap off the excess, and just start to build this highlight shade up on the top of my cheekbones here. Ooh, girl. Honestly, there are a few things in this life better than a good highlight. Can I get an amen? Do I want to use my Carli Bybel palette today for the eyes? I don't really know. I wasn't going to plan on it, but since I already have this out, why not? So the first shade I'm going to dip into is this shade right here in the middle top row. I'm just going to blend this into my crease area, not really with any rhyme or reason, just to create a nice transition crease shade for myself. I'm keeping the eyes relatively light today, or at least I'm going to try to, because whenever I do try to do a light eye look, I always feel like I just end up with like a full smoky eye. So I'm going to challenge myself to keep the eyes relatively light today. So I'm just going to build this up until I'm happy with the pigmentation of it so that we have a nice warm crease area. So now I'm going to dip into my Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I will be picking up the shade Good Is Gone in that top corner right there, and I'm just going to work this onto my outer corner and my lash line just to create a little bit of definition. I just realized I'm doing my makeup in a really weird order today, so I lied. I don't like this at all. What I'm going to do to fix this up is honestly just go in with a little bit of concealer here, tap it onto that outer corner where I had this area, just tap over it. So I'm actually going to go into my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia, and I'm going to pick up the shade Antique Bronze, and I'm going to work that into that outer corner area instead, because this is a little bit lighter, it's not as cool toned, and it's just going to be a little bit more soft on the eye, whereas that Good Is Gone shade is a little bit more cool toned and darker than I want on this eye. Now I'm going into the shade Vermeer, and I'm going to take that and pat that onto the inner corner and the first half of my lid. So now I'm just going to pick up a little bit of Love Letter and work that onto the middle of the lid here and slightly into that outer corner. I just want to add a little bit more of this pinky shade to this look and have it kind of resemble a little bit more of a pinky tone rather than like a pink to a bronzy shade, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my Stila Magnificent Metal in the shade Smoldering Satin, and I'm just going to be tapping this onto the first part of my lid just to add a little extra something to the look today. I'm just going to pat a little bit of this on and then tap it out. Okay, so now I'm jumping around a lot in today's video. I am doing my makeup in such a weird order, so much so that I realized I forgot to put on bronzer. Who am I? I unfortunately already have my highlight on, but I'm going to go in and bronze up my skin. So I'm going to dip into my Morphe 9BZ bronzing palette, and I'm going to take these two shades right here and bronze the perimeters of my face with this. I'm not going to go and do anything too crazy because I already have that cream bronzer down, but I just want to look a little bit more bronzed and glowy. Also, because I skipped blush, I'm going to go in and put a little bit of Nars Orgasm on, which is this shade right here. And since I already have my highlighter down, putting the blush on over top of this is actually going to create a little bit of a look like where I'm glowing from within, because you have your highlighter down and you put your blush on top of it, so you have that highlighter peeking through. This is going to be very, very beautiful. I love the Nars Orgasm blush. I just feel like it is so beautiful and complimentary on many different skin tones. I know this is their universal blush, and I use it on a lot of clients, and it just looks beautiful on any skin tone. So now I am going to fill in my brows because, like I said, I'm jumping around all over the place today, so why not just jump around some more. I'm going to be using my Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil today because I ran out of my Precisely My Brow, RIP, unfortunately. So I have been picking up this one every single time since I've been doing my brows, and I do love it. It helps me get my brows done very quickly, but sometimes I love a skinny brow pencil so I can really go in and define and detail my brows. However, your girl isn't picky, so I'm just going to quickly fill my brows in. So now I'm just going to go in with my BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Highlighter, and I'm going to be using the matte side today, which is the side right here, and I'm just going to use this to clean up the brow bone area and just make everything a little bit more sharp. So I'm just going to put on a quick coat of mascara before going in with lashes. So for mascara today, I will be using my Maybelline Falsies, the Big Eye Volume. So I'm going to go in with my Nilo Cosmetics lashes. I forget what style these are in, but I will have that in the description below. Okay, so now that I have the lashes on, we're going to go in and finish off the rest of the eyes. So all I'm going to do is go back in with this shade right here, which is the first transition shade we used for the crease, and I'm just going to buff that out onto my lower lash line. Then I'm just going to go in with a blending brush and just buff this out. I'm just going to put a quick little bit. I'm just going to apply my Morphe liner in the shade Coconut to my waterline here, and all this is going to do is just open up my eyes a little bit more and make me look a little bit more awake and bright. So now all I'm going to do is dip into the Antique Bronze in the Love Letter shade, which we used on the lid. I'm going to take that on a flat definer brush and push that tightest up against my lash line just to add a little bit more definition because it's just not there for me. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just going to take a quick coat of mascara to my lower lashes, and then I'm going to dip back into my Carly Bible palette and just go and highlight my brow bone in my inner corner with my favorite shade, which is this white shade right down here. Alright, and for lips today, I'm going to go in with my YSL Tinted Oil. I'm not sure what shade this is in, but this is the lightest one. I honestly forgot how much I love this stuff. It is so perfect, especially for summer. It is so hydrating, but it leaves a stain on your lips afterwards, and it smells so good. You really do get what you pay for, I will tell you. But once again, this is a bougie product. It's not necessary. It's just one of those things that's nice to have. Alright, so this completes today's makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It means so much to me. Feel free to subscribe if you aren't already and join the squad we've got going here. And also feel free to leave some comments down below letting me know what kinds of videos you would like to see from me next. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.